Mr. Misham, judging from this place, you're a painter?
Not sadly a profitable one. I've never sold a painting. It's a source of considerable embarrassment. I would be able to get by were it only me.
Your daughter?
Her mother grew very wary of me and left. I don't want her to grow up needy, Mr. Wright. That is why I began my other occupation.
Forgeries.
Don't look at me with those eyes. I know what it is that I do. More than half of the paintings they bring me are stolen. And who knows what my copies are used for.
But some of your works aren't paintings, correct?
You may not believe me when I tell you this, but that was my first work outside of painting.
What?
I should think it will be used as evidence in the murder trial. I never even imagined the possibility.
Then why did you take the job?
I was well paid. Very well paid.
I think he feels worse about it than I do. The past is hard to escape.
Honestly, the sooner I can put this behind me, the better. With apologies to you, of course.
Sorry, but it's not going to be quite so easy. He's trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'll have to remind him. Your work. Don't try to pretend you've forgotten. Sure, all you did was make a copy, but that copy might have destroyed the life of an innocent man. I'm responsible too, which is why I have to know. And you have to tell me.
I knew it would be difficult to escape this.
Then let's talk. Aber wer hat ihn denn dann eigentlich umgebracht? Das haben wir eigentlich auch nicht rausgefunden bisher. Well then, ready to tell me about this work you did?
It was unlike anything I had attempted before.
I guess it would be a little different from paintings.
That is not what I mean. In all my previous work, it sufficed to create a copy.
This wasn't a copy.
The client gave me two things that day. The first was a sample page as reference. The second, a printed document I can only surmise was written by my client.
So you used the real writing as a reference to reproduce what the client wrote.
Yes, as I said, it was my first job of that nature.
So, who was your client?
As I said in court, I do not know.
Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I would want to know as much as I could about the requester.
I had never met them. Not personally,
Oh. Ah, a psychlock, of course. It seems like you're still hiding something. Something about this work. Let's hear it then. What are you hiding from me, Mr. Misham?
I'm sorry, but I really don't know. I never met the client.
True, when I asked the client's name, there were no cyclocks inside. Regardless, you're hiding something. You have to be, otherwise it wouldn't make any sense.
Why are you doing this to me?
Well, I've made my stand, no backing down now. So what is Misham hiding? I can pretty much piece together what it is from what you've said.
What is it then?
You told me what you knew about the client, and I couldn't see any cyclocks.
Psycho-locks? Is that some sort of asylum security or a new hairstyle, perhaps?
But then they did show up, didn't they? Who was your client?
As I said in court, I don't know.
Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester.
I never met them, not personally.
Not personally? Those words triggered the psycholocks.
Again with the psycholocks, I really must know what they are.
So you didn't meet with the client, but someone else did. Maybe the real forger behind this evidence.
Oh, perhaps I'm hung up on this lock business, but I'm afraid you've lost me.
Yeah, well, I didn't come here to talk about psychlocks. As long as I come to the right conclusion, it doesn't matter how I got there.
And your conclusion is?
The real forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Misham.
Poppycock.
Poppycock? What the what? Oh, das gibt's ja wirklich. Das habe ich noch nie gesehen. Poppycock. Papalapap. Okay. Papalapap ist übrigens ein tolles Wort. Aber Poppycock habe ich tatsächlich noch nicht gesehen.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's my work, I tell you. Made here in my studio. Who else could it have been but me?
That's the real question, isn't it? If the forger wasn't you, then I don't have many other people to choose from. The real forger at Drew's Studio is... Ist natürlich jetzt dämlich. Irgendwer hat das immer gesagt. Poppycock. Mir sagt's nix. Real Forger ist natürlich Vera Misham. The real forger is your daughter, Vera Misham, isn't it?
Ridiculous. My daughter's only 12 years old, Mr. Wright. I've always been more one for landscapes, not surrealism.
Nice comeback, but you're shaking in your boots. I've got you now. The only two people with access to this studio are you and your daughter. The Cyclops tell me you're not the forger, which makes your daughter the only possibility.
I feel very much on the verge of going psycho-log myself. I don't know how you knew, but you're right. The one who made this page was my daughter, Vera, not I. She's only 12, a genius you might call her.
A precocious little girl outshining her father. There's been a lot of that going around recently.
I let her play in the studio and she watched me. She taught herself in that way. The drafting tools and analytical devices evolved when they became necessary. They're my little girl's playthings now.
Huh, do I detect a bit of fatherly pride? So Vera was the one who made this page. Would she know who the client was then?
Actually, the client came once. Here, to this studio.
What? Why didn't you say so sooner?
Their face was covered and they did not want to talk to me.
So, they talked to your daughter?
I will speak only with the artist, the client told me.
Then that little girl is the key to our mystery client's true identity. Okay, what do I do now? Maybe I should talk to her father a bit more. Or is it time to turn my attention to Vera? I suppose there's no sense in rushing things. Let's see if there's any more to get out of Daddy first. Können wir noch was präsentieren? Mr. Misham, I was wondering if you could tell me about this.
I've not been in touch with the outside world for some time now. I'm sorry, but that isn't much of an inspiration to me.
Oh, so now he's this sensitive artist. Good work. Don't try to pretend you forgot. Okay, das hatten wir schon. Make a copy, but that copy might have destroyed all of the monster, man. Ich gehe nur mal zur Sicherheit alles durch, was wir so haben. Und dann können wir ja mit Vera reden. Ich denke nicht, dass hier irgendwas noch relevant ist. Ich meine, aber es wundert mich halt, dass das Spiel extra noch gefragt hat, ob ich nicht lieber noch mit ihm reden will. Aber nichts davon sieht aus, als würde es irgendwie Sinn ergeben, das zu präsentieren. Ich gehe es wirklich nur durch, damit ich das hinter mir habe. Okay, ja, sonst haben wir auch nichts. Ne? Ich meine, wir können hier uns noch umgucken. Was ist das? What is this painting here?
That's one of mine. It's an illustration for a book. It's not on sale yet, of course, but I thought it might be a good business. As a father, I'd like to be able to put food on my daughter's table.
Not a feeling I know anything about, at least not yet.
going home by any chance?
No, I was just checking out the door.
Oh,
Good thing I'm far too stubborn to take hints like that. Paints are scattered all around, probably the ones he's currently using. There's something very artistic about a messy room. Not that this is anything compared to my office. I guess that would make my office a masterpiece. Oh. Maybe I'll just sidle on over here for a closer look. That's an awfully small frame. What is that inside it? A stamp?
Please don't touch that. I'll get in trouble.
Huh?
That stamp belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it.
That's Zack and Valen, the Grammarys, isn't it?
That post office issued that commemorative stamp last year, when the Grammarys were at the height of their popularity.
Not anymore. Now that one of them has vanished off the face of the earth.
Vera went to see one of their shows when she was quite small. She's been a dedicated fan ever since. She watched them every time they came on TV, until the end.
I see.
That stamp's quite hard to come by, I hear. I still wonder how she got her hands on it.
Ah. Das ist ja doch wichtig, dass wir uns hier umgucken. This is you and Vera?
Yes, we talked to one quite recently. I know I'm a painter. Why not paint a portrait instead? I've never been that good at people, unfortunately.
Oh, right. Shouldn't you practice, maybe? That's a pretty bottle.
Don't touch that, please. I'll get in trouble.
Huh?
It belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere and she can see it. She looks at it often.
There's a light pink fluid inside. Nail polish, I'm guessing. Also irgendwer muss ja ihren Nail Polish wahrscheinlich vergiftet haben. Und dann hat sie auf den Nägeln gekaut und ist dann umgefallen. 15 Minuten später. In der Gegenwart, als wir den Testfall hatten. What is this red envelope?
Don't touch that. It is quite important.
The painter's face just changed hues. Guess I better behave, though it's tempting to just grab it. You use these gizmos for painting? They're pretty elaborate.
Those aren't for painting. They're for analyzing. Painting position each. Every conceivable angle.
Tools of a forgery trade, I guess. Paints and pigments are lined up on the shelves with some noticeable gaps.
It's embarrassing, but I can't afford all the paints I want. I insist on buying the ones I use with my own money.
I can see how you'd want to do that, sure.
Perhaps you've heard that you can make any color. As long as you have the three powdery colors, well, it's a lie.
Poor guy. There are some finished paintings stacked here. They don't look all that bad, really.
I'll sell you one for 50 cents.
Oh, Jesus. Bisschen günstig. That is okay. They look kind of heavy.
Oh,
maybe he needs to work on his sales technique a bit. 50 cents. Meine Fresse. Ja, warum kann ich das denn immer noch anwählen? Das wirkt ja so, als hätte ich hier noch irgendwas vergessen. Sieht aber eigentlich nicht so aus. Oh. Doch. That's an awfully small frame. There's a commemorative stamp of the... Ach so. Jetzt fertig? Ja. Mr. Misham, I have a request.
let me guess. You'd like to speak with my daughter.
Can I?
My daughter has never been one to talk to strangers. She's quite shy, extremely so, actually. With only one exception.
Which was?
Oddly enough, it was that client.
Huh?
I left the studio while they talked. I returned when they had finished, and and she was laughing. It was the first time I'd seen anything of the sort.
Please let me speak with her.
All right.
Uh-oh, this could be tough. Vera, was it? Would you like to have a friendly chat? I'm Phoenix Wright, ex-lawyer and pianist. I'm still looking for the keys that say do, re, mi. Can't find them anywhere. I'm not good at this. I need something to get through to this girl. Vera, was it? Would you like to have a friendly chat? Okay. Muss dir bestimmt die Briefmarke zeigen. And then there's this. My stamp. Hey, she spoke. She can talk. Yeah, so this stamp. How can I keep her talking? Great magicians, aren't they? Isn't True Gramarye amazing? Yes? Oh. I especially like those two, Zach and Valent. I mean, they're just so magical. Aren't they? Aren't they? Yeah, whenever I go to one of their shows, I'm like, wow, magic, you know? Me too. I love them. It's so cool. Wow, die redet mal. It's like magic. Yeah. Alright, she's talking. Not saying much, but it's a start. I went and saw them with Father the other day. The opening ceremony at the Gramarye Museum of Magic. The Gramarye Museum? They have one of those. I guess it makes sense now that they have their own commemorative stamp. So, have you been to one of their shows? Sie doch gerade gesagt. Just once when I was little, with Father. The Gramarye's on stage. It was like a dream. Disappearing, reappearing, cutting apart, putting back together. They do it all. Yeah, maybe you can keep telling me stuff like this. You know, about Zach and Valent, maybe. Oh, sure. Alright, but I can ask him before she changes her mind. I don't go outside much. I like to paint in here. Why don't you like the outside? Well, there's bad people out there. Well, true, but there are lots of good people, too.
Actually, I should tell you. She was almost kidnapped once.
Kidnapped?
Since then, she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house.
I see. Wait, but that doesn't make sense. She said she went to the Gramarye Museum. With you, in fact.
Yes, actually, she was quite insistent on it, much to my surprise. That was the first and last time she expressed such a desire to me.
That person gave me a good luck charm. A good luck charm? For when I absolutely had to go outside.
Yes, apparently she received something. A gift. From that client, actually. She won't tell me what it was.
Father, I told you to keep that a secret. From that client, huh? This I have to hear about. So your father tells me you're good at painting all those sorts of things.
I really like painting. A lot. Father is always very happy when I paint them exactly the same.
So you did this too?
Oh, yes, that was my first job.
Your first?
All I used to do was paint the same thing I saw. But this was totally different. The pen slips and the way the writer held the pen and the pressure on the nib. I had to use a microscope and analyze it on the computer.
She seems happy. Odd, her work was the last nail in the Gramarye coffin. I guess no one told her.
They're the best in the world.
Huh? Oh, you mean True Gramarye, of course.
Father gave it to me.
Your father? But I asked him about it. He didn't know how you got it.
I guess I just took it. Yeah.
Took it?
Father got a letter from that person.
That person? You mean that letter was from the client?
We talked about the Gramaryes forever that day. I'm sure that's why I was sent that stamp. I didn't want to just send it back, so I took it.
They're a sneaky one, this client. So they were trying to get on her good side. So you met the person that asked you to do this job, and you talked with them. Was this about a good luck charm you received?
I can't talk about it.
Huh?
If I do, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told.
Yeah, but I really, really have to know. Oh. Right. Time to do some psych unlocking. Let's go. You seem to trust this client. Quite a lot, in fact. Because they gave you this stamp?
No, that's not why. They listen to me, to my problem.
A problem that keeps her inside all the time?
Don't go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I absolutely have to go out, all I had to do was use a good luck charm.
A good luck charm that your client gave you? I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. Is this your good luck charm? Die Briefmarke? Fällt nichts ein. If this doesn't bring good luck, I don't know what would.
I see. Good luck charms are different for different people, I guess.
What do you mean?
If you say it's lucky, then it must work for you. That's the beautiful thing about good luck charms.
See that innocent smile? Everyone has a different way of breaking the news. That's the beautiful thing about being totally wrong. Ich frage mich, ob wir auch in der Gegenwart irgendwas entdecken müssen, was wir in der Vergangenheit dann benutzen. Aber das kann ja eigentlich nie sein. Weil das würde ja keinen Sinn ergeben. Phoenix ist ja nicht in echten Time Traveler gewesen, der in der Vergangenheit Sachen einsetzen konnte, die er in der Zukunft gelernt hat. Können natürlich nochmal gucken, ob wir jetzt genug für das hier haben. Aber eigentlich kann ich mir das irgendwie noch gar nicht vorstellen. Ja, das ist natürlich wahr. Danger was the pistol. And the accident happened to... Oh. But that's... Zach Emery's wife and Trucy's mother. Thalessa, I believe, was her name.
Alakazar! But how can you say this? How can you say she was struck by one of our bullets?
Still in denial mode, eh? Thalessa was at the greatest risk of being shot, and this clearly shows just how much danger she was in. Scheiße. Tja, dann müssen wir vielleicht doch in die... Weil hier haben wir jetzt irgendwie nichts mehr. Present day Central Prison Solitary Cell 13. Well, isn't this an unexpected surprise? What errand brings you down to my cramped confines? Gavin. Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago? My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete, right? You look well, Phoenix Wright. You too, Gavin. Life has been full of surprises for both of us. I've no doubt you never expected to lose that attorney's badge of yours.
And I'll bet you never expected to wind up here.
Shady Smith was the name of the man you killed. Did you know who it really was? Who he was? Zach Gramery, you know, the defendant. I remember him, of course. But you say Smith was Zach? Impossible.
Don't even try to tell me it was a coincidence.
What did I just say? Life is full of surprises, don't you think?
After that trial, you were arrested and found guilty, but your motive was never made clear. A mistake I plan to remedy.
You're not an attorney anymore, Phoenix Wright. What possible conclusion do you think this investigation of yours can lead to? I killed a man named Smith with a bottle because I am an evil human being. Isn't that enough?
Not for me, it isn't.
I need to know why you did it, Gavin.
You recall that case 7 years ago?
Oh yes, the trial where Zach Gramery pulled his famous vanishing act. My brother won his fair share of praise and adoration for that trial, as I recall. Genius prosecutor reveals crooked attorney, was it?
That was when I met you, wasn't it?
Was it now?
The Bar Association Review Board voted unanimously for the strictest punishment. Unanimous, save for one dissenting opinion, yours.
It was my brother who was responsible for putting you in that position after all.
For 7 years, we've been friends.
And yet, I still don't understand you. But right, your friendship toward me was never pure. You suspected me then, as you still do now, don't you?
Honestly, right now, I'm not sure what I think. You didn't just brain a guy with a juice bottle for no reason. Tell me why you did it.
Persistent, aren't you?
I came here because I remembered something. The night of our game,
Zach Gramery mentioned your name, Gavin.
Ah, that reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however.
Huh?
Gavin, I believe was his name.
After that, he was killed, and I asked you to help me. Because I remembered your kindness back when everyone had turned on me. I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dad, someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that. I have to know. Why did you kill Shady Smith? No, Zach Gramery. Holy sh... Okay, wir haben eine Endgegner gefunden. Wow, I've never seen Cyclops like these. Dark, cold, full of despair. Can I even unlock these things? Something wrong, right? No, it's nothing. You shouldn't push yourself so hard. Life is to be taken easy, you know? Oh. He is doing his nails. You're thinking what self-respecting man would use nail polish? Not really. I know appearances are a big thing with you. You know what I say. One cannot live a beautiful life without beautiful nails. First rate in all things, except nothing less. That certainly does look like first-rate nail polish. I like the sparkly bottle. It's crystal. If you're so drawn to it, please have one. It's on me. The nail polish is colorless. Okay. Das Vera hatte irgendwie ein bisschen Farbe, dachte ich. Was haben wir da? That envelope's been bothering me since I came in here. It's not nice to peek at other people's mail.
You get mail here in jail? That I do, though they read it first, apparently. Still, I am allowed to the pleasure of correspondence. Packages and the like are a different matter, however. Looks like sneaking a peek is out of the question. Oh, but I'm so curious. It's strange, you know. Here I am in solitary, and yet the books keep piling up. Looks like you've got more than books up there. Oh, yes, my collection. I have a few friends in the prison staff. They show me a little kindness. Just a little? A little too much. With some chair, just looking at it makes me want to take a seat. You'd probably have to add a whole digit to the price of one of my office chairs. In here, a comfortable chair is the most valuable thing in the world. You'd have to add 2 digits to the price of the standard prison issue chair for this. Those prison chairs don't look so bad either. Maybe I should redecorate. Oh. Nice roses. You taking care of this one here? Oh yes, she's surprisingly delicate, you know. Requires careful tending, but she's my best friend, as they say. Best? Come on now, I'm starting to feel bad for you. Oh? Of course, she's known to bite if handled roughly. Your rose bites? I was speaking of the photo next to the rose. My retriever, Vongo. Cute, but feisty. Every dog has its thorn. Okay, ich schätze, das war alles. Na gut, es ist auch so gut wie 11. Dann ist das wohl ein guter Zeitpunkt für heute, hier Schluss zu machen. Und nächstes Mal, ich will noch mal eben schauen. Also wir haben hier noch 2 Sachen offen. Wir müssen die Cyclops von Valant irgendwie wegkriegen und von Vera. Gefühlt 20 Wochen, genau. Und hier haben wir, der hat noch Cyclops. Der hat die Cyclops, die aussehen wie der krasse Endgegner von allem. Und hier sind noch 2 Orte, wo wir noch gar nicht waren. Also. Na gut. Exit Game und Save before quitting. Und ja, nächste Woche bin ich nicht da. Die Woche danach bin ich wieder da. Also, ist jetzt gespeichert? Geht es weiter am 30. Oktober. Dann mal gute Nacht und bis dann. Tschüss.